Okay, headed to work. Remember, not too long ago, me, Nathan, and Vitaly, if you guys are in the Panther community, you know who they are. Good guys. You can actually find their YouTube channels, Nathan J, Vitaly Kaufman. A lot of reviews, a lot of just Panther stuff in general. So we went and we looked at a 2007 Signature L town car with 92,000 miles on it. It's about 6 months ago. Yes, this is a mirrored camera. It looks like I'm driving on the wrong side of it, but it's not. It's just how it looks. So you're gonna have to kind of deal with it. Sorry. A lot of people complain about it. Nothing I can do. But anyway, we go look at this town car, and when we first roll up, ice on it, snow on it, stuff like that. You know, it's cold out. We're checking the car out, and we noticed that the hood latch is messed up. The driver's side rear door didn't open. What else was it? The heated seats didn't work. The navigation was all jammed up. There was a number of things that was going on with this thing. We told the guy, we said, hey man, you're asking $7 grand for the car. It's not worth $7 grand at most. It's a Signature L. So top of the line, could not find a nicer town car from 2007. It was the best one you could possibly get. I told you guys I'd tell you the story. Well, this is where it starts to get pretty deep. He didn't like our response. Says he's not going to settle for less money. He wants $7,000 for the car. So we part ways. A few months later, I'm standing out back at a dealership trying to get a diesel truck started. I get a phone call. Hey, I found out from some other Panther guys that you're the town car guy. You're the Panther platform guy. And I probably should bring my vehicle to you because I got some water leaks. This car's been sitting for about 3.5 years, and I only recently took it out to put brakes and rotors and tires and stuff on it. And you got to be the guy to fix it because everybody's talking about you. I said, well, I can fix it. I know where the water leaks are there, and I have the means to do it. And he says, yeah, I live in this place. And I was like, what kind of town car are we talking about? And he says, well, it's a gold trim edition Signature L. And I said, oh, wow. Yeah, nice car. Since you live in this town, would your name happen to be, this name? And the guy says, yeah, how do you know? And I was like, no reason. This is the same guy that basically made it seem like I did not know what I was talking about, or I didn't know what I was doing back when we originally saw the car, when there was snow and ice on the ground, and the guy admitted to just basically letting the car sit up for so long without driving it or doing anything. So he didn't even know that I was the same person that he basically was not. He was a little bit rude to, but he's an old man, I'm not making excuses for him, but at the same time, it's expected with old men. They live most of their life. They deal with a lot of stuff throughout their life. And they become weathered. You got to look through some of that sometimes, and I get it. So we didn't disrespect the guy, and we left. We were supposed to meet back if we rethink a price or an offer or something like that would be better for his liking, and it just wasn't working at the time, So we talk on the phone, and I realized who the guy is. Same area, same car, same name, same sound on the phone. I said, yeah, I can fix the car. No, I'm trying not to bring up, reopen a wound from before. Not a wound, but, start any problems, I should say. And we're talking. And he says, okay, at a later time, you know, we'll get together and we'll do this. The other day I come into work and my service advisor tells me, hey, some YouTube guy saw you on YouTube and he's got some kind of town car, Signature L, gold trim edition. And I says, from this area, this guy's name? Well, yeah, that's the guy. He's having it towed in. He wants you to go through the car, but he's mainly worried about the water leaks and stuff. He's had this car since brand new in 2007, and he's been the only owner. I says, yeah, I know all about the guy. It's fine. Just, you know, when it gets here, I'll get right on it. No problem. I'll get it taken care of. And it shows up, and I find the weather seal jams are plugged up along the doors, the front cowl area. You know, it was sealed at one point, but it wasn't necessarily sealed correctly. So I resealed everything correctly. And then it needed a lot of cleaning. The jams around the deck lid in the back were kind of plugged up with debris around the channels. So I cleaned all that stuff out. I hard reset the navigation so it came back online. I pulled every single fuse in the fuse box in the engine bay and inside the car and cleaned every single terminal because there was so much residual powder buildup that I'm sure there was some kind of surface connection issue there, because it had a 1 amp draw. Whenever the vehicle was shut off, you could come back and you could actually measure a 1 amp draw. But by the time I got done pulling all the fuses and cleaning out the fuse box, blowing everything out that was down inside there, and then hard resetting, I actually took the battery cables off the battery and pulled them together and held them together until all the residual power was gone, put everything back together, and just resetting everything took away that amp draw. It went down to like 0.028, which is acceptable. And the battery quit dying. Now, if it comes back, we'll find out. I mean, we'll obviously take care of it because I didn't charge the guy for that part of the service. But I went as far as scrubbing the soft top and stuff and getting all of the stains and stuff out of the bird crap from all the years, wiping down the inside of it, trying to really deodorize the carpet from the water leak and stuff that was in there, sprayed a disinfectant down inside the evap ports, kind of while the vehicle was actually running, to circulate some kind of disinfectant in there to really kill any kind of bacteria that's in that evap housing. Cleaned out the entire engine bay, wiped down the entire engine bay, just every single piece. And by the time I was done with it, the vehicle looked like it was in really, really, really good shape. So I'm going to leave work last night, and I stopped by the gas station and grabbed my Diet Pepsi on the way home. And I see a black town car at the gas pump right where I fill up gas at the Shell gas station. I love Shell gas. I run a 93 Nitro because I run a 93 octane tune in my town car, and I love that stuff. So I pull up at the pump and I'm looking at this town car, and I was like, that's the car I just got done. He probably just picked that car up. So I go inside the gas station and I said, hey, what are you doing with my car out there? The old man turns around and looks at me like, who the hell is that? And he says, oh my God, man, thank you so much, man. You just made me fall in love with this car all over again. I haven't seen it this clean and this nice in a long time. And he said, you know, kind of like that sparkly, teary-eyed look. And he said, you know, my Mercedes is nice and it's fast and it does all the sporty stuff that I need. But just driving in that town car, me being old and achy and stuff, my body aches, it just rides so much better than that Mercedes. He's got like an S550 or something. And he said, I love it, man. I really love it. I'm surprised I even was going to sell the car, because it's amazing when you take care of something, or you get something taken care of that's been neglected, how warm and fuzzy it can make you feel and appreciative of the product. And he said, I get in the car and I sit down and I smell the fresh smell, and I look at the paint and how nice you got it looking and how everything's been cleaned up. It just makes me feel so bad for even thinking about selling the car. And he said, I might still sell it if the right money came along. And I said, he says, what do you think the car's worth? And I said, honestly, you're probably only going to get about $5,000 max out of it. Maybe $5,500 if the right person came along that wanted a town car, seeing as that is a Signature L. you might be able to push that. And anyway, this idiot. They wait to the last second to merge, and then you just get over right in front of you. But anyhow, the guy says, yeah, I know you're trying to talk some sense into me, but he says at this point, I don't think I could accept, anything less than $7,000. He said, actually, we had this Panther, like a little mafia club or something like that, show up a couple months ago, and they brought a mechanic with them, and they all, stood around and looked at my car, and the guy said the same thing you did. Probably was worth about $4,500 to $5,000 in the condition that it was in. And he said, I thought they were crazy. I'm glad I took it to a reputable mechanic that actually knew what was going on, and it's just nice to hear what you have to say about it. Thanks for taking care of my girl and getting her back on the road for me. And I don't think I'll ever sell this car now that I see it in the state that it's in. And I think to myself again, how many times do I have to talk to this guy on the phone and give him the same clues over and over again? I'm the guy you spoke to 6 months ago when me and Nathan and Vitaly showed up. It's been me the whole entire time. I'm the one that you had your car towed to. I'm the one that fixed the thing. I'm the one that talked to you on the phone and reminded you about the situation previously. The guy still has no clue. And he watches the YouTube videos about the car. He even watched my review video on going to see the car. He still has no clue. I'm the guy. I'm the guy that originally showed up. I'm the guy. It's been me the whole time. And I messaged Nate and Vitaly about it, and I was like, hey, guess what car's in the parking lot right now? And I sent them pictures, and they're like, no way. Yeah, the same guy that made it seem like I didn't know what I'm talking about. But I get it. Old age, and probably very, very forgetful. And I mean, for God's sake, when I walked into the gas station, he was having a hard time with a credit card machine. He actually told the guy, I know you stick the card in here, but beside that, I don't like using these things, and I always screw it up. My wife don't let me out of the house much, and when I do get out of the house, she's always calling me up, asking me, am I okay, where am I at? She wants me home. So he said, you're going to have to help me out here with the little credit card machine. And I felt bad. And I said, well, that probably explains a lot. The man's lived a big, big, big portion of his life, and it's time for him to start winding down and relaxing. It's okay to forget. It's okay to ask for help, especially at this age. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I just felt like I wanted to share my town car story with you guys, and I know Nate and Vitaly will probably comment on this video, which I hope they would, so you guys could actually see from their perspective as well what they thought about the situation and just kind of talking about it in general. Interesting story for a Friday morning. I know this is a little late. People have probably already headed to work, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. Maybe it's something you get amused listening to with the exhaust sound in the rear and me trying to talk loud enough where you guys can understand what's going on and still pay attention to the road, so idiots that are merging right at the last 20 feet don't plow into my gorgeous town car and destroy it. Yeah. Y'all take care. Happy Friday to you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah. Or, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get a little crazy. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed.